Every time he come with me and I chastise him about something, he want to get in his feelings and shoot you a text message. Okay. He want to go back home.
All right. But the thing is, you run your house like a boot camp. That's why your other kids ain't happy there.
No,
He's not used to that.
I run my house with structure and discipline. That's what I run my household with. I'm not saying that you're not doing a good job of that, but that's what I run my house with. And when he get in his feelings, he want to come home because I chastise him. Who's teaching him?
I'm teaching him.
How you?
He still got to learn how to be compassionate towards others and be nice to others.
Listen,
you're doing too much on him,
I'm
man.
not doing too much. You're raising this boy to be too goddamn soft, man.
What you mean by soft?
Look, at the rate he gonna end up being a felon on the street, a fucking mama's boy don't nobody want, or you gonna end up being gay.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys coming to the video today. And if you're finding me for the very first time here on YouTube, I am Dutch the Creator, and this is Inside the Culture Podcast. On today's video, we're going to be taking a look at something that is very prevalent in our community, in our culture, and that is co-parenting. Now, in a lot of cases in our community, we have people who just don't work out, right? And I used to be a person to where it's like, you know, you got to make it work out because the kid needs a father and a mother in the household at all times. I used to have that thought process, but now I don't. And being that I'm a divorced person myself, and I still have to be in my children's life, and I still feel that there is value in co-parenting, having a healthy relationship with the person who you had children with. Either, you know, y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend, or you were married and you decided that you have to get a divorce. Now, the thing is, man, it is an uphill battle because people have feelings, and a lot of people are still a little bitter about the relationship, and sometimes they let that spill into the co-parenting aspect of society. Now, on today's video, we're going to be looking at this mother who chastised the father, and basically she was critiquing his method of raising his son. Now, we all know that scene from Boys in the Hood, right? When the movie first come on and Angela Bassett pulls up at Lawrence Fishburne's house, and she says, you know, I did all I can do. I can't teach him what you can teach him. And that's basically how to be a man, you know? And being a father comes with teaching your children structure and discipline, and understanding logic, understanding long-term planning, understanding how to take care of their family if it is a boy. Now, when it comes to a mother allowing that, though, that is where it gets a little shaky. And I can understand the mother in this situation, being that I think the father wasn't even, you know, in the child's life like that. So she's probably in her mind like, you know, I've raised them, I'm going to keep raising them like I've been raising them. But at the end of the day, this father is in his life. That's a fact. And if he has structure and he has discipline, I believe that should be adhered to. But I may be wrong. Y'all look at the video and y'all give y'all take in the comment section, as we are going to be reading comments as well off of this video. But first, without further ado, let's play this video.
Every time he go with you somewhere, what's going on?
It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Hold on.
Come on.
It's not a problem. Every time he come with me and I chastise him about something, he want to get in his feelings and shoot you a text message. Okay. He want to go back home.
All right. But the thing is, you run your house like a boot camp. That's why your other kids ain't happy there.
No,
He's not used to that.
I run my house with structure and discipline. That's what I run my household with. I'm not saying that you're not doing a good job of that, but that's what I run my house with. And when he get in his feelings, he want to come home because I chastise him.
Right. But he don't do that there. I do everything here. I clean his room. I do the dishes. I clean up. He don't do that. That's why he don't ever want to be there. He don't want to be at your house because you run that shit like a fucking boot camp, man.
You can't be serious. How you gonna raise a young man like that? He ain't gonna be able to know how to fend for himself. Cook, clean, mow the grass. He ain't gonna be able to do none of that shit.
He can do
Change
other
the tire.
stuff. He can do other stuff.
Who's teaching him?
I'm teaching him.
How you?
He still got to learn how to be compassionate towards others and be nice to others.
Listen,
you're doing too much on him,
I'm
man.
not doing too much. You're raising this boy to be too goddamn soft, man.
What you mean by soft?
Look, at the rate he gonna end up being a felon on the street, a fucking mama's boy don't nobody want, or you gonna end up being gay. One of the three.
Okay, but you already have a son that's gay.
But I didn't raise him. But that's just my opinion.
So you saying I'm raising him, I'm turning him to be out to be gay?
That's not what I'm saying. See, you trying to change the whole narrative. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me disciplining my son and you not being an interference. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, look though, that's not how I discipline though.
He could be
you
whatever
too hard on.
He could be. He could be whatever he want to be. Let's get that straight.
Okay.
But
you too hard on him. You too hard on him.
I'm supposed to be hard on them. That's wrong with these kids.
Why
now.
You think your other kids don't want to come? You too hard on them, man. That's too much. Let them be a kid.
So I got to be the fall guy because I want to be hard on my kids to make sure they turn out right, better than I did.
Look, come on, baby, come on, get out the car.
Oh my gosh, man, that's the whole.
Come on.
Really, son?
Come on. Mama take care of you. I'll take you shopping later on, okay?
See what I'm talking about? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. That type shit.
Man, Jaquez, go on. We don't need that shit. Go on. Go on about your business, man. We don't need that.
Really?
Because the thing is this. At the end of the day, I take care of them. All I asked you to do was to step in and give them something. Give them talking to.
That's all I'm
just
doing. That's my son, man. That's all I'm trying to do is be there for him and raise him right.
You don't got to discipline him and yell at him out.
I ain't had my father in my life, okay? So I know what it feels like, but I need to raise him and discipline him and show him the right way, better than I did. You feel?
No, I don't agree with you on that part. I don't agree with you on that part.
You can't be serious, man. That's bullshit, man.
Man, just go on and go. I'll take care of my son from here. We don't need you.
Okay.
We good.
Hey, keep that same energy when you need some money now.
All right.
All right.
Make no sense.
Ooh, man. Y'all ready to get to these comments? Let's get to these comments, man. Woo. And I hope you guys are commenting as well. I really want to know what you have to say about this, man. Wow, that was a lot. I'm gonna let y'all be the I'm gonna let y'all steer this boat. But for now, let's get to some of these comments. My man Commodore, he is so funny, man. Yeah, that guy is funny as a mug on Instagram. But let's get to it. Say, she got me tight. This better be an educational skit for women not to be like her. And I don't know if it's a skit because she was saying little, details about, I don't know if it was a skit. But if it was a skit, we know of people who are like this. And I always bring up the Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter may not be real, but the things that were in the Willie Lynch letter was actually factual in slavery on how they divided us. For real. Let's move on to the next comment. I need people to start co-parenting productively. Discipline is not a bad thing. You've got these boys running around here thinking they are invincible, doing dumb-ish, and then some poison mothers or put in bad ideas and thoughts in her daughter's head, getting it together, people. I know what she's trying to say. I know what she's trying to say. What she's trying to say is, look, as mothers out there, you have to understand when it's like a cutoff of, you raising this boy. Go back to the Boys in the Hood. She took that boy, Trey, over to his father's house and said, it's your turn. I can't do that. And like I tell people all the time, you can't raise a boy to be a masculine man. You can't. Only a man can do that. Now, you could raise a boy to be a great citizen of society, like she said in the thing. I want to teach him to treat people right and, be respectful. And that's cool. That's cool. But when you have that balance, being that's all that boy is going to learn, 9 times out of 10, you are going to have what the father basically said. You know, he's going to be a feminine boy. He's not going to be able to get women because he's going to be a mama's boy, and he's not going to be able to do anything. So the father is literally trying to teach him tough love. I mean, at the end of the day, the father, you're not there to be their friend. You're not there to be their friend as a parent. You're there to be a parent, period. And I'm not saying what the mother is doing is wrong. What I'm saying is she needs to allow that man to do what he do. Just like you have the opportunity to teach that boy certain things and lessons and how to, go about life, you have to allow his father to do that as well. I think that's what the young lady here was trying to say. And co-parenting. Let's see what else is here. We got, you get what you pick. That can be from both standpoint, she gets what she picked, being that this father is a structured, disciplined father, and she just wanted him to talk to him. I just need you to talk. What do you really want him to say? That's his father. Like, his father is going to teach him how to be a man, period. She says, the next comment says, that's his fault. Should have made a home and kept it. Now he has children with more than one woman, multiple homes, where he's not the head of at least one. He needed to be communicating on how to discipline him. Why wait now? The boy is like 16 years old. I'm going to agree with her. It's too many of black men out there who father multiple children with multiple women. All right, and that's an actual epidemic in our society, where a lot of men have a lot of children with a lot of women. Now, the thing is, you can say on the other side of that, a lot of women have babies with ain't-ish dudes, and they're, procreating with the same ain't-ish dudes out here. I always said, you can have a good time, boo-boo, but you don't have to have a baby with him. You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through with having that baby. But to her point, yes, he do need to stop making so many children. You know what I mean? Do sound like he has a lot of kids, and at the end of the day, bruh, I mean, if you're not going to at least try to stay and stick around for one child and be in that household with that child, maybe you need to stop making children. You see what I'm saying? And you won't have this issue of trying to keep fighting these women to, put structure and discipline in your children's lives. You see? Because you're going to run into that problem more often if you keep doing it and have multiple baby mothers while doing it. You know what I mean? That's just a fact of life, bruh. I mean, you have to slow that down. I mean, she was talking about a lot of kids, like they don't even like being at your house and all this. It's like, wow, like how many kids do this man have? I mean, and your man Deeply Rooted says, always the man fault, huh? Now, I don't think that's what she's saying. I think what she's saying is the actual fact of this guy actually having that many children. And I mean, it's good that he's trying to father all of them like Nick Cannon, but at the end of the day, you'll be better off trying to just, handle the ones you have instead of keep trying to make more. Next comment says, we just going to ignore the ridiculous raising him to be gay part in the middle. Come on, man. And the person says, what, bruh? Stay out of this for real. Look, man, at the end of the day, people, I don't know if one is born gay or turned gay. I don't know, right? But what I can say is this. If you raise someone to be feminine, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be feminine. You know what I mean? They're going to be effeminate. Now, the thing is, I got a dog, right? And when I got this dog at 10 weeks old. Now, the dog is like almost 8 years old, man. Shout out to Blue, my dog, Pitbull, Blue Nose. But when I got that dog, I already had a cat, a seasoned vet cat. Like Chloe was everything, right? She was a grown ass cat. So when I got this dog, the dog and the cat commingled all day, and the dog was a baby. So what do you think that dog does now? That dog licks himself like a cat, just like a cat. And he moves like a cat a little bit because the cat was doing these things in front of the dog as the dog was in the learning years or the learning months, you see? And the dog was literally taking on the cat's attributes, characteristics, and how the cat did its thing. It's just natural. You see what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched for that man to say, look, if you keep raising him soft, he's going to acquiesce to soft things and effeminate things. So we have to keep that in the back of our mind. I mean, he's not far off with that statement. Now, could he have made his statement a little better or just not said it? Yes. But at the end of the day, you have to explore that. And the father doesn't want that for their children. They don't, and especially for their young boy, because a father wants his legacy to keep going. You know what I mean? And it can't keep going if he has a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? And she mentioned that his other child is gay, and he said, his comeback was pretty good. He said, well, I ain't raised him. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why he's trying to be in these other boys' lives right now. I don't know, but y'all be the judge of that. Right? Next comment we have, so basketball coach can discipline the kid. The school can, the police can, but let me guess, not the dad. Laughing out loud. Boy, I can't make this up. Wow. That's a strong statement right there. That is a strong statement. We have a culture of, and I was just talking about this with someone the other day about how mothers, well, I'm going to take mine for instance. My mother, which I'm from a single mother, and she raised us the best she could. She passed away in 2017 of esophagus cancer, and I miss my mother dearly, rest in peace. But I had a mentor, right? And this mentor, he basically, taught me a lot of things, man. But she didn't vet him, and he was my coach. She didn't vet him, and luckily he didn't start touching us and all of this and all of that, man. You know what I mean? But I know of people who have gotten touched by their mentors and coaches and all of that, man. And the mother just allows, it's teaching them how to be a man. I need the man. He needs some masculinity in his life. And I always preach masculinity, but you still have to vet these people. The thing is, these mothers don't vet these guys, and I've seen this. That's because they yearn for that, right? If the father is not in the life, or the father's passed away, or what have you. So at the end of the day, they yearn for that. But baby girl, you have to vet these people. But what he's saying, what Terrell is saying is, that's cool. Okay, you're not vetting them. So why are you vetting his father? That's the person that probably need not vetting, because that's his son, and that goes back to the first comment. It's like, you gotta allow the father to be a father. Because it's men out here that don't even want to be dads. It's men out here that don't even want that responsibility. It's men out here that I ain't even want that baby. You see what I'm saying? So when you find a man that's really trying to get in there and do something, ladies, you have to allow that, man, and vet the situation. I'm wrong. Vet the father too, because you never know what type of situation those kids are going over. But once you vet him, let him do his thing, man. All right, this here. Okay, there we go. More Kicks says, wow, she's raising a strong, independent woman. There you go. There you go, man. If you want to look at it like that, I can see it. That's what you're raising, and that's what the father was saying. You raising him to be soft. I'm teaching him how to cut grass. Teaching him how to change oil. I'm teaching him how to fish. I'm teaching him how to, use his brain. I'm teaching him how to use his resources. I'm teaching him how to be a man. I don't want to teach him how to be a woman. If I had a little girl, I'd teach her how to be a woman. Matter of fact, that's not my job. That'll be the woman's job. Imagine this being turned around and that man is chastising his ex-wife or his baby mother on why you raising her to be a girl. Why you raising her? Why you always putting pigtails in her hair? Why you always with these easy bake ovens? Why you always gotta, make sure that she, you're being too hard on her, man. Let her do other things. I can just imagine that. Y'all would call that man zesty. Y'all would call him, man, boy, you better back on up. I mean, come on, man. Just turn it around and see what you get. A father would never tell his baby mother or I wouldn't, stop teaching her to be a woman. What? That it just sounds weird. It sounds weird. So we gotta understand that, people. Let's go. Say dad is right here. Soft, a felon, a mama's boy, don't nobody want, or gay. There you go. That's what's wrong with a lot of these boys right now. You can't say nothing to them. They are lazy, don't want to clean, don't want to work, and these are the boys our girls are supposed to possibly be with someday. Question mark. Our girls watch their mothers be fucking warriors out here, and these young boys don't match what they are used to. They don't compare. My 16-year-old daughter told me, "Mama, the boys are scared of us." Ooh, it's a lot to unpack there. She's right. She's right. She's absolutely right. And it's a weird dichotomy that we're living in today, where most men do act like women, and most women act like men. And that's what this man is saying, you guys. That's what he's saying. He's literally saying, I don't want my son to be a felon, soft, mama's boy. And he even broke down, I didn't have a father, and I'm just trying to do it the right way. And if this is a skit, this is one of the best skits out there, because they touched on a lot of topics and layers to our culture that we sometimes don't want to address. She said her 16-year-old told her, "Mama, the boys are scared of us." Why are boys scared of women? Now, I used to be scared to talk to them because I thought they were going to, shut me down. But my father said, there you go, from learning from my father, he said, what's the worst thing a woman can say to you? I said, no. He said, that's it. And keep it moving. You don't need nothing after that. You know, she said no, keep it moving. Don't try no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, we need to change the trajectory of how our boys and girls are getting raised. She, at the end of this video, basically told her, now, if y'all notice, in the beginning of the video, the father closed the door because the son was trying to get out. And he's like, nah, hold on. He's trying, that shows structure and discipline, because he's telling his son to get back in the car because he don't want to hear, or he don't want his son to hear this conversation, because it's a conversation of co-parenting, right? So he, look, son, get back in there. Let us do our thing. You know, that's structure. And on top of that, if you see at the end of it, she just, come on. And then I'm going to go take you to the store to buy you some things or whatever. Or I cook for him. I clean for him. I do all of these things. Like, the boy is coddled. He is coddled, and he's going to be that way. The father says, you know, every time I tell him to do something, or try to discipline, or try to give him structure, he want to text you. I want to come home. Because he has structure and discipline. See, at the end of the day, the mother should be like, no, you stay with your father. See, you got to tag team, y'all. That's co-parenting, baby. Don't let these kids run hot shot around y'all, because he go to you because he going to get what he want from you that he not going to get from dad. And if you give it to him, they know, yeah, I have kids. I got a 20-year-old, got a 15-year-old, and I got a 10-year-old. They all try. They be trying, but you got to understand, you got to tag team. You got to communicate with your baby mother or ex-wife or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So that's called co-parenting. People, yes, she's right. We got to switch that back, man. Let's go. Say, the mother is dangerous. That is a dangerous thing when you don't let the father be a father to his son, period. Next comment says, women, please let dads do their jobs. We do not know what it's like to be a man. You don't. I'm trying to tell you, look, I can teach a bird to talk. I can teach a bird to dance. I can teach a bird to walk. I can teach a bird to say things and do all of this, right? But I cannot ever teach a bird to fly. That is just out of my category of teaching. I cannot do that. Only a bird can teach a bird to fly. Because what? Because they both have wings. I don't have no wings. I got arms. Let's go, man. That's what that means right there. The mom is setting her son up to be a lame. Yes. See, a lot of women probably on this woman's side, right? You might be on this woman's side, but guess what? Those are the dudes that you gonna be coming into contact with. Those are the dudes that you complain about. Zesty little dudes and lames and broke dudes and this and that and this and that. Boo boo. That's the guys that you literally be talking about. So you will want that father to do what he do so you can come in contact with that respectable masculine man that was taught by his father values, structure, you see, logic, common sense, you see. I mean, I'm trying to tell y'all, just watch these instances of society teaching you these lessons. Please tell me this is a skit, please, bro. I hope it is, but at the end of the day, like I said, it says a lot. It says a lot, And we know this to be true. We've seen this scene so many times. We all seen this scene so many times. Some of us are the mother or the father in this situation. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Let's get to it. She's the problem. I don't think she's the problem. I think the problem lies with them not communicating, having communication. You see, it's not a problem thing because both of them love the child. It's not a she's the problem, he's the problem. They both are the problem, or the problem is within the lack of communication. I always say in any relationship you need proper communication. If you have proper communication, the rest will fall into play. Period. You got to get rid of your ego. You got to get rid of your bitterness. You got to get rid of a lot of things to sit down and talk and see what's best for the child. That right there is where the problem lies. The lack of trying to communicate with each other. I've seen a lot of just messed up communication through the video. You know what I mean? And it's not healthy. That's not going to be conducive for that child in the long run. He's a good man and a wonderful father. I know this man personally. Okay, so it might not be a skit. Let's go. N-word got a dad in his life. Mom says, cut all that teaching him how to be a man-ish out. I'm going to teach him how to be a woman. Again, it's y'all don't see that? Like, if y'all don't see what's going on, and that's why we got these dudes out here, man, that act like women, you know? Somebody else says she's wrong. When he is living on her couch at 45, she will be complaining. That's true. That's true. You will raise him to be this way and then complain about him being that way. I've seen that happen. These mothers that spoil and coddle these boys are going to be the downfall of society. It's out of order and unnatural for a boy to not have the influence of a man. I just spoke on that. That's great. And these a lot of these comments are coming from women, black women, man. And shout out to black women for looking at this as a broad picture, you see, and knowing what actually the boy needs. And I hope you guys are out there adhering to that as you're typing these comments. You know what I mean? I think that's commendable for these women to understand that a man being in these little boys' lives are very, very, very important. Exact reason why we got so many young killers and feminine boys running around out here, and women keep asking, that's what's wrong with these men. This is exactly what's wrong with these men. I just said it. I broke it down, and I love that comment because that's what I just said. Literally, man. So sad. The mother is failing her son, trying to protect him from his father. Yes. Mama is going to be taking care of him till the day he dies. I think she put she dies, but he dies. And then the boy is done. Oh, I see what she's saying. Taking care of him till the mother dies. And then the boy is done, because I've seen those when you coddle your boy and you raise him and he's living with you and he's 45 years old and then you die. Now the boy don't know what to do. And then he probably become a criminal and get taken in prison. Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely, I didn't even think about that aspect. That's true. All right. Man, I absolutely loved how this brother handled himself and this situation. He kept his cool and composure. Notice how he gave her 3 scenarios and she could only respond to try and trap him on the last one about him being gay. Dismiss the felony or mama's boy. Don't nobody want to choose to respond to the most gaslighting outcome. That is true. He saw it and stayed on course. Respect. Women, especially black women, y'all must stop interfering until absolute necessary. And last comment. She sounds stupid. Now look, man. There's more comments. I'll just stop right there. But that last comment, that guy, he big Zach. Okay, Big Zach Wallace. I love that comment. That's probably the best comment because it's all about how you respond to something. Okay? People, 9 times out of 10, you cannot stop what's being done to you. You don't have any control over that. But you do have full autonomy of how you respond to something. And when I say full autonomy, that means you have 100% control over how you respond. And shout out to this guy. He tried. He did try. I will give him that. And at the end, he just, you know what? All right. Have that same energy when you need some money. That's all I got, man. I did not want this show to be this long today, but I felt it. I needed to get up here, and especially, this new podcast I have, Inside the Culture Podcast. It needs some meat on the bones, baby. I only got like 2 videos or 3 videos out. These are new. This is a new podcast, you guys, and I'm trying to get traction here. Trying to start conversations. I'm trying to, just get inside the culture. That's why I named it that, man. We need to have these tough conversations. We need to praise when need to be praised, and we need to criticize when need to be criticized. But at the end of the day, we never chastise. We never point the finger and point the blame. We just look at situations and see where we can go from there. All right, y'all go down in the comment section, tell me what you think, and I appreciate you guys coming to the video. And if you guys are following me or seeing me for the very first time here on YouTube, please make sure that you explore these videos and the channel and all the rest of the videos that I have to offer in the future. Turn that bell, hit that bell, those notifications, so you can get all of the videos in the future. And I appreciate you guys coming through, man. So until the next time, let's keep it together culturally. Okay, I'm out. Y'all be safe.